Hello, konnichiwa. Hola everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Leo. I'm your resident vampire singer and professional simp, and today I am very tired. Nothing new, but I feel like I'm a little more low energy than usual. Man, it's been a little bit weird this past few days, but I get Valhalla to comfort me, so yeah, we're back with Valhalla. I believe we're in like day 10 now. It's about to be Mega Christmas, so it's like the 23rd, and tomorrow is the Eve, I guess. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but you know, as like normal Christmas. But yeah, let me just finish setting up the thingy so I can see chat over here. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Instead of opening my stream, it opened Ado's new song, which like I still need to check out. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so that's where we left off. I think Dorothy took care of us, like, spent time with us the night prior. So, yeah. Let's see if there's anything new on. I think we did read these. Yeah. Do you like the goat girl? I'm going to marry a goat. It's an alright game. Anyway. We bought what Jill needed, which I don't remember what it was, to not get distracted. I don't think we need anything else right now. How much money do we have? Cause we could buy maybe something else. Cause I am like kind of, whoa, this is really expensive. I am kind of wanting to buy everything in the store at one point, because I feel like it's also part of the experience. But at the same time, we need to pay the bills, so I cannot afford to just not do that. So we'll see. The augmented eye has something new, maybe? Oh! Quincy studies the possibility of allowing imports. Oh my god, studies the possibility. Why do they not have imports? Goodness. Which city is one of the few places on Earth that's strictly self-sufficient with an import rate of only 0.8%. However, that might change due to the recent shortages across the city. Prime Minister Quincy revealed this morning that the government plans to have a more relaxed policy for importers. We won't lift the currency control, but we can provide them foreign currency at a low fixed rate. That way, we can secure essential items at affordable prices, Quincy told AE. Some experts say that private companies are no longer working at full capacity, which is unsurprising news given that the Quincy government has seized most of them, resulting in the shortage crisis in the first place. Wow. Classic. Is Kid and Mickey the biggest pop idol in history? The world at large is still coming to terms with the idea of the Lilum being so quickly integrated into our society. Some say they can't be treated as human because they're immortal, and as such cannot really understand what it's like to be alive. But most of the Kid and Mickey fandom would disagree. Anti-Lilum people are insane to me. To me, Mickey knows more about life than I do, and I'm older than this damn city. Richard Cho, 55, told the augmented eye during a fan gathering. I'm with Richard, added Nacho, 6. I might be a dog, but I'm utterly fascinated with the way she writes about things in her blog. She's impressed by everything, and nobody really knows what life's about anyway. Don't tell me. Yeah, Nacho I think it's the dog that's with us. Yeah. Lilum receiving mysterious messages. Halloween was back in October, but this terrifying tale didn't become popular until now. Reports say that Lilum across the city have been receiving strange transmissions with messages that are confusing at best and threatening at worst. The contents are not clear, as most of the Lilum can't remember exactly what they had heard, but the most mysterious thing of all is perhaps the fact that the Lilum could not record any of these messages while they were broadcasted. It was almost as if something had blocked the Lilum from doing so. Ooh. Well, we have nothing but anecdotal proof, even among our own Lilum. The mystery behind these messages is one we should be paying attention to. Oh no, what about Dorothy then? Alright, let's go to work. Good evening. Ah, hey. How are you feeling? Lilum are soft and warm. Come again? You heard me. So on a scale from stream to just sad, where are you? Oh, I still hate myself. I'm still sad as hell, but how to put it? The noise stopped. I don't know if I explained myself. Sorta, kinda. So, how were things last night? Cozy, I must admit. I can't believe you paid Dorothy for that. Well, if you wanna call that payment, I guess. I called Dorothy to tell her what happened to you, and she was really concerned. She started for a second before... for a second, saying that she had a whole night to go and she couldn't just leave for free. I asked her how much and she said enough to pay for the soda I'm having is fine. How did you get her number? I have contacts. Right. Is there something you'd like to tell us, boss? Anyways, Jill, if you need a second break or a drink or a hug, just let me know, you hear? Thanks. I'd make you the same offer, but I'm guessing hugs from me are the last thing you want. If you need a bartender, let me know though. Nice to know. Anyways, we have work to do. I am still going to continue with the sad playlist because of course I am. Time to mix drinks and change lives. It's nice to hear that again. Did you say something? Did I? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, it's you guys. Oh, hey! Hey, be more respectful. I brought my boss here. Aren't you a part-timer here or something? My other boss. You're talking to the great Nacho Tumble Jr. Tumbleweed. Oh. Boss. Boss, I'm taking a break. I know what I said earlier, but you haven't even started yet. Shit. So, what brings you here today? I wanted to see the place my best soldier is working on. Soldier? Wait, aren't you the dog I served last Monday? Oh? It's you, Dana. Soldier, why did you tell me that you were working for Dana? No, that's not Dana, that's just she. Jay. So I'm guessing you're part of this whole Sita thing. Part of it? I founded it. Humans have the best intentions, but they just don't get us. So I decided to create a place where dogs can be dogs. Here we can take in any dog without a place in this world. We created our own heaven and earth. And do you take orchids only? Do I look like one of those safer? Of course not. I include other animals, but sadly I can only take care of those who are of the same species as I. Sad thing is, I take him more seriously, but it's a talking corgi with an eye patch. Right? Will you get anything? I'm fine. What about you, boss? Manly stuff. You sure? Did I stutter? Alright. Something bitter. Okay, by flavor, it's bitter. Sunshine Cloud, it's girly soft. Gut punch. This is bitter and manly, so we could give him a gut punch. Or the pile driver, maybe. Tree brownstone extract. Tree planner guide. Whoop. And 4 Carmatrine. Mixed. Here we go. Yes, this is just what I wanted. This tastes worse than my own. Hey, you asked for it. This is a really nice place, you know. You picked a good place to work at, soldier. Thanks. Does he really get paid? Your efforts to keep Sita afloat will not go to waste. We'll make her better and better. I mean, we're pretty much on the verge of closing. Can boss really afford that? We have more urgent matters at hand, though. Like the fact that we don't have enough balls for everyone. Oh. You fool, every dog has a right to have his own ball. If we can't provide even that, then what's the point of even trying? Wait, don't tell me she just doesn't give a fuck and is spending all of her money like water. I mean, what with the bar closing and all that? But many have enjoyed the boxes more than they do the balls. That's a good point. What do you think is cheaper, a box of balls or a box of boxes? Are there boxes of boxes? Of course there are. How do you think they ship boxes? Tied together? Tied together? Don't be silly. Unless she's paying him straight from her pocket. Boss is that kind of woman. This world is filled with all sorts of recursive madness, you know? Doctors console doctors, boxes come in boxes, bottles come in bottles. Oh, it's expected from you, boss. Wait, that theory only works assuming she's actually paying him with money. For all I know, she might be paying him with steaks. So tomorrow you're gonna check for people selling boxes, you hear? Sir, yes sir. Except that to Paws, a good steak is more valuable than money. Wait, what if they come with foil? Recentros had to be taken to the vet because he ate the foil. A piece of cheesecake. What? Who? Had to be taken to the vet because he ate the foil a piece of cheese came in. Curses, you're right, we need a contingency plan. Besides, Buzz is not one to scam people, let alone a dog. I wonder if we can strike a deal with the vet those safe our bastards have. Sorry, I needed to yawn. She's always so nice with us. I know, her smile is so cute too. So it's better that we bet for a bet? Yeah, put that on the list. Ah, Nacho. Oh yeah, I forgot you knew the dog. Are you staying for a while? I was just passing by. I've got some errands to run. Great, Jill can go with you. I can? You will. I'll still get paid for today, right? That depends on Nacho's evaluation. Alright, Greenhorn, let's get going. Well, I'm paying him anyways, by the way. Just wanted to mess around with him. No, that's not the problem here. Why make him do that? Jill looked like he needed to take a good break, and he's the kind to just not accept such a thing. But with Nacho, he'd have something to do, and he'd be away from the bar for a bit. When you put it that way. Anyway, I'm going back to my office. Your boss sure is nice. Glad I'm working with her too. Yeah. So, you having anything? Actually, I'm just gonna go sit over there and be on standby. Await orders. Okay. I missed the chance to ask Howard if he even gets paid with money. Man, I sure need to get wasted. I fail to see how getting wasted will make you feel bad. Shiva! Okay, and he talks. Okay, I think these are like the two, I don't know if they're twins or what, but that came over the other day. Welcome to Valhalla. Yeah, they are. Hey, Jill. Give me a beer, will ya? Gotcha. Does Deal want anything? Okay, roll. Sir, yes, sir. So cute. He's fine. Just a beer, then. Friday after work isn't just a beer, though. It's the beer. Can't argue with that. Can make it big for the heck of it. Okay, name beer. Okay, 2 and then 4 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2, 2, 4, 4, and 8. Mixed. Stop. Have a big beer. Here, let's make it special. Yeah. Cheers. Hey Jill, do you like beer? The amount of beer cans in my apartment is becoming a problem, actually. I had this friend back in high school who made some pretty nice crafts with them. I'm still in contact with him if you're interested. No thanks, the last thing I need right now is more crap taking taking space. So, how are things up at Dogtown? Well, the Lara girl is stirring things up for better or worse. For worse, she's, like a rabbit. An overly politically correct rabbit. Rabbit? Never had a pet rabbit? They're a nervous mess that gets startled over the littlest of things. And this girl is on the constant lookout, scared of saying something that might irk someone. It doesn't have to be the person she's speaking with even. It's no problem in the company, but the other day we went out together and holy shit, poor girl can't speak properly. She pauses every sentence to make sure she doesn't say something offensive. She's a nice girl and it's sweet that she tries so hard to not offend anyone. But seriously, she tries so hard. You don't help either. You randomly yell, "What did you say?" whenever she's within earshot distance. Yeah, well, it's just that she looks so cute when she's startled. Like a rabbit. It raises up the question of whether she's really like that, or if you're the one making her aware of anything she says. Well, why don't you test that? How? You go out with her. Why? To test if it's really me who makes her like that. It's Not like you can say no, you know? I mean, it's my honor that's on the line here. I want to prove you're only talking shit about me. Even if you were right, you have quite a fixation on that girl. She's fun. Fun how? She actually reacts when I tease her. You take it in your stride, but she actually gets startled, squirms, and then gets uncomfortable. How is that any good? She's cute and her reactions are cute. But if you keep it up, she'll either leave or get used to you. You know, like me. You're right. I must save my teasing for when the moment is just right then. No, that's not the problem. It is for me. And what are you doing here? What about the dog? He said he had to go out. By the way, he said his name was... Say, this Laura girl, do you guys get along? I wouldn't know. We get along as co-workers, at the very least. What kind of girl is she, aside from the whole politically correct rabbit thing? Slow. She's the kind that does things so carefully that she does them really slowly. Really, really slowly. I can't deny that when she actually finishes stuff, she does a great job, but it's unnerving. She doesn't actually have to be with us in the building, though. She's more like a freelancer. Why is she there then? Because she likes dogs. And that's why I insist that you two would make a fine couple. That's a really superficial statement. It's like saying you'd be fine with someone because you're both women. Okay, bad example. May I say something? By all means. If that Laura girl is really as bland as you claim her to be, wouldn't she be better off with a more assertive person, Lilim? A more assertive partner? She's right though. Sharing interests and being compatible are totally different things. But then you'd be underestimating the power of love. Whether you want to admit it or not, love changes people for better or worse. Who knows, maybe you'll become more assertive after spending time with her. Or she'll drive me nuts. I guess that's a possibility too. Hold on, let me go open the door for my doggo. There we go. Still, why are you so insistent on me and her getting together? Because she's like a cute rabbit, so someone might try to eat her out there. Oh my god, are you kidding? My dog literally just came over to open the door wide open and then leave. I cannot believe him. I cannot believe him. The audacity. Anyway. It'd be a lot easier to keep her in my sight. So in short, your motherly instincts arose because of Laura. Why not see if she likes you? And you already tried to hit on her, didn't you? You make me sound like some scared chaser. She's not into girls. How did you find out? I asked her directly. Of course you did. She seemed giddy afterwards though. I heard her muttering something about meeting her first lesbian. It was weird. Okay, enough Laura for a night. Dad, refrain from using any "that's what you said last night" jokes or variations thereof, please. Let's get a drink then. Sounds good. I'll have a bloom light, please. Get me a French weaver. Alright. Name Bloom Light. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Aged on the rocks and mixed. Bloom Light. Next, it's a French weaver. There we go. 1 and 9 of these. Okay, aged and mixed. There we go. Here you go. I wonder why it's called a bloom light. Seems it was first developed at some video games event. The creator said something about making the attendees feel like their customers do. Said attendees were of course part of some big games company. Seems that company always used too much bloom lighting, so the bartender there literally made them drink all the bloom. So it's not called that because it glows in the dark? Not this one, no. Come to think of it, did you ever change because of our relationship, Jill? Oh god, no, this conversation, no. I mean, they don't know, but we're not in the place to talk about that. In more ways than one, I guess. Would you say for better or worse? I guess for the better. I'm too thick-headed to develop any new bad habits. Although thanks to my first boyfriend, I did pick up a very annoying habit of correcting people's grammar on the fly. Right? Pretty annoying when I think back to it. So you were one of those kinds of people. As for me, sometimes I think I became more, what's the word? Cynical, jaded, bitter, tired of the crap this world and everyone in it throws on a daily basis. Hey, I'm just quoting you. But yeah, I think I became all that because of this one girlfriend I had in college. She got me into the whole activism thing in the first place. How is that bad? We'd all go and protest. We'd start all kinds of movements to see things changed. I really got into the whole thing. But whenever I wanted to get it more serious, I found myself coming up against a wall. That wall is an analogy for the fact that not everyone was willing to go that far. Found out pretty fast that most of them were in the whole thing because of some fad. And not because they actually believed in whatever movement they were championing. So I moved from group to group only to find people who were in it because of a fad. And when they were not in it because of a passing fad, they were of the dangerous extremist kind. My tolerance for people's was greatly diminished after all of that. So it wasn't so much the person you had a relationship with, but rather other people. You seriously never thought about it that way? Huh. You need to stop putting the blame putting the blame for what you do on past relationships. Whatever. Where's the other guy, by the way? He had to escort one of the dogs outside. Figures. Oh yeah, the one that was here asked if you were the nice vet lady that works at the Safari Toy Company. I suppose he's interested in talking to you or something. Why didn't he do it then? I don't know. You've been doing a few jobs on the side, haven't you? The pay for the dogs isn't enough to keep up with the mounting debts. I don't know how you do it. It's hard to believe dogs pay you at all. But this is coming from someone working at a place that pays a dog for doing or at least I think we're paying him. I'm not completely certain we do. Will you get anything else? Well, we're fine, but we have to get up early tomorrow, and by we, I really mean her. She got invited to a picnic, and I won't stand to hear another had to go to a picnic with a hangover story. Fine. Let's go then. See ya, Jill. Bye. Please come again. And you're such a... Haha. You'll be the tomorrow if you keep drinking. But I'll take my break. Call me if someone comes. Alright. We can now save. I feel like we're getting to the break sections like faster. Alright, guys, give me just a second. I need to go get some water because I kind of forgot to fill my bottle. Just give me a little bit and I'll BRB. I was drinking. There we go. Alrighty. So we took a break. Now we can continue. It's now safe to keep playing. No dogs in sight. Okay then, back to work. Welcome to Baha. Oh, hey there, Alma. Does everyone know, or... Because I feel like all our friends are coming over, except for the dogs, right? And the last clients, but you know. What happened? She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up? She might like classy drinks, but what she really likes... she has ordered a variety of things. I don't know if she likes sweet stuff. Could be classy. I don't think... Could girly? I don't know. Oh wait, isn't she the one that usually orders like this thing called a Brantini? Now that I think about it, I think every time she comes she asks for one, so let's see. We just saved, so it's good to try and figure it out. Is this classy? Yes, it is classy. And it is also sweet, so I was kind of on the right track there. But good thing... Oh shoot, I messed it up. Good thing I decided to think a little bit about it, because I was gonna give her a piano woman. Okay, one Karmatrine. 6, 3, 1 aged and mixed. Here you go, Alma. Hey. And this? It's on me. Drink, so you at least change your expression. Why not just say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So, how is it? A Brantini, so you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite a fixation with Brantinis. To be honest, they suit you. You're all classy and girly. Hey, wanna hear a silly story? Always. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate. Just him and I. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. Oh god, no! I would like die on the spot if my dad told me that. God. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. Okay? I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But the highlight was him ordering a Brantini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and gotten wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. My dog just jump scared me. He just barged in through the door. Hey, chicken sky. Yeah, no, I know that ouch. That is weird. Like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, he took me out like for my first drink and stuff, and you know, just hang out. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised from this game, but no. I know. Like, it was kind of nice up until the whole dress up to like so it looks like I could be your sugar daddy, and then pretend they were dating. It's like, I do not like that. I do not know that. That's so weird. Anyway, I wasn't sure about getting drunk. The drink itself was a pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh? Ever since that day, he's called me Brantini girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a good Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. So, why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly, my grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if I kept it up. So, what is it? Was it the news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? Nah, that's all news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I want to ruin it by blowing off all my stored steam. Silly Alma, I've been feeling like cutters the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead and wind all your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Okay, so remember my sister Diana? The one that's separated? I was gonna say the one that's married, but okay, yeah. The one that's separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fucking her way around or something. Perfect summary. I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then. More specifically that she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself. And I mean that. She never even thinks about selling some stuff or trying to earn her bread. She just expects a guy to do all that for her. I have no idea why she turned out like that, but both my mom and dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. Huh. So, what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy spent a couple of days with her before leaving her again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then he left. Well... Huh, you acted like my little brother and sister after hearing that. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. So she's broke and can't even get enough for a bus, even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get money. And it was up to me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such sweet angels, they made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Eva are actually staying with me a couple of days to give him some peace. It doesn't help that I never got along with Diana. So we're in the car and she asks how her kids are. And of course, after all the build-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how her kids are growing up seeing some messed up stuff. I started scolding her about not taking responsibility, about not taking proper care of her children. I tell her that she's in no place to have all those escapades. And after all that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Yeah, I don't have kids, but I'm not broke because I refuse to take a job. I don't have kids, but I'm not leaving them to the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hit me on a regular basis back into my bed. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Ava and Bernardo and they've turned out pretty damn well. Yikes. Not exactly the same situation, because first off, I don't have any siblings, and second, I don't have any family members that go sleeping around with people, at least not as far as I know, right? But I do have something like that. And so I can understand Alma, even though I don't take care of those kids because they're not mine. I can understand Alma, or like where she's coming from. Damn. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family and I put them above all else. But Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I could help? You just said. Huh? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell though, and I couldn't just discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom your daughter is I just need to get all of this off my chest, Well, from what I see, there's still a lot more to get off your chest. It's sullen as fuck. Now all you see here is filled with love and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding. I guess the only one that didn't get the big boobs was Eva. So, the niece. She insists on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. And she is. Trust me. This can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. Finally, someone gets it. I like Alma more now. I sipped on my water. Hold on. Oh my god. And poor Bernardo. His wrist actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I don't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hit, my mom lost her looks rather quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about a shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had problems with that. Oh, I see. Hey, you know what worries me the most about the whole Diana situation? How your nephews are turning out? If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her, somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? They reduce your carrying capacity. It's not that. They get in the way. Sometimes they are really like, Well, aside from the whole thing about people objectifying you and yada yada, because yes, that does happen. They're really not practical. So I do not understand. Well, I do understand. It's like a self-esteem issue most of the time. But I do not understand the people who get surgery for that, because it's like, you do not want it. Trust me, you do not. And it's not like I'm not as buffed up as Alma, okay? But even then, they can be, what is the word for it? Like, she said a hassle, which is perfect, but it's like, they get in the way of a lot of stuff sometimes, you know? So I am not, that's why I'm like, not like radically, but pretty much anti, like, oh yeah, big boobs. No, they're not practical. So that's why she's like, they're more a hassle. More often than not, I'm like, yes, finally someone gets it. Okay, if I find a good man and I settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst where I want to live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? I'm pretty sure. You said before that she pretty much married the guy after a couple of months, right? Yeah. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ends up marrying you, it's because he passed your irrational standards. Hey! Am I lying? No. But there are things best kept on as unspoken truths. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You will. You'll know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Get me something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Alright. Cold with alcohol. Okay, let's see. We're gonna have to go through the whole thing. On the rocks and mix. This has alcohol. It's a bad touch, but I don't know if she would want that. She usually likes sweet stuff, so maybe something sweet with Carmatrine. Sweet, girly, happy. That's the sugar rush. Optional. Wait, do these have ice? Is the real question. Nope. On the rocks and blended. The Sunshine Cloud does. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Sunshine Cloud does have ice, but it's optional Carmatrine. And I want something that actually does have it. By flavor, let's see. Sweet Sugar Rush, we said could be. Piano Woman has no ice. What about, okay, the Brantini does not have ice either. Moon Blast, On the Rocks and Blended. Maybe this one. I think this one could be good for her. Cold and with alcohol. But this one's blended, so let's see. There we go. Do you like this one? Thanks, I need to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So you said you felt shitty the last couple of days. Why? Oh no, we don't talk about my feelings right now. Don't think too much about it. Well, yeah, someone who's... Okay, yeah, someone who doesn't have boobs and don't for inside. That's not something I can just ask people about. Depends on the people. There are some people, well, or at least I know some people where I know I could just like go and ask. It's more that it makes me uncomfortable knowing, so that's why I don't. And I only speak from my experience. When asked, if asked. So yeah. Oh, come on, you heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right, I almost forgot to tell you something. What is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You wanna come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is gonna be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want. It won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say, Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? The legs. Yes! Yes! Jill is my gal! Jill is my gal. I was just reading chat. But yeah, the legs are the best part of the chicken. Really? I like breast. Yeah, exactly. The problem with chicken breast, is that it's too dry. And yes, it can be taken apart easily, but it's too dry. I don't like the texture of it. The legs are juicy. They have the right texture and decent amount of meat. Oh, sorry, Chicken Sky. I kind of forgot about that. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs and a lot less messy. That is true, but legs are still better. You silly girls. Boss? You're there talking about breasts and legs when everyone knows the best parts are the wings. You're like my dad, Dana. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Ooh. Where did you get spicy chicken wings? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken, the shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Well, because, that is much. Yo, Armitage. Alma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you're talking about be cooked already? You might need to heat it up, but it'll be cooked otherwise. Great, I expect you here Sunday at 8 p.m. Thanks. Anyway, I'll be back to my office. She left the bucket. Want some? Don't mind if I do. Spicy chicken wings are actually good. Oh, a mild spice. Nice. Ooh. Nice. I thought that was about to be like feet. No, chicken feet. No. Those are out of the question. Weird. Maybe she got a mixed up order and that's why she left them in here. She usually orders stronger stuff. I found buckets that make my throat itch just from being near them. Oh. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, to be honest. So Jill is bisexual. Got it. I want him to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's no good. Do you like them buff? What about tall? No tattoos or piercings, I guess. Never liked either. Oh, Jill, you're just like me for real, for real. What about you? I like them well dressed. If they go out in iron shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. Ooh. Some muscle is always fine too, but sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my man. My potential husband, or on the other hand, is another matter completely. I see. So can you get me a drink here? The spicy wings turned out to be spicy. What did I get you? Anything as long as it helped me with the spiciness in my mouth. Okay. What could help with that? Something carbonated maybe, but we don't... A bubbly drink maybe? What about the bottle drinks? Grandpa Booze with perfume and the plum. I don't know. I could only think of bubbly, maybe. She said before she dated a guy, didn't she? Yeah, but maybe, you know, I've known people who like are straight in the beginning and then they find out, or you know, discover that maybe they're not really straight and go, you know, the other way around, like gay, lesbian, or whatever else they identify with in the end. So I wasn't too sure if like maybe she was straight in high school, or I think she said in high school, and then she found out she was lesbian or something. But now we know that that she is, or at least based on what she's saying in the present moment, right? That she's actually like bisexual. Yeah, I knew a guy that was straight, and then after a couple of years he came out as gay, which I think was obvious to everyone except him. but it does happen. That's why I was like not too sure. A drink that will take away the spiciness. Okay, my logic here about the bubbly drink is the whole like, oh, soda is the best drink for spicy stuff according to MathBad. Well, he made like a what is it, like a combination of drinks that had like the perfect thing, I guess. But I don't know, because frothy water is just beer, like fake beer. Cobalt Velvet, I don't remember what it is, but Fringe Weaver would just leave her throat like itching more so. Like champagne, would that help? Let's see. Bad touch, no. Something sour I don't think would help. Bubbly, I don't think a beer would be the best option either, because those are like bitter as well, right? Or something, I don't know. Oh, and this is spicy. This is bubbly, this is spicy, so no spicy drinks. Blueberry, Rentini. No, Cobalt Velvet is burning, so it's not a good option either, even though it's bubbly. So I guess nothing from the bubbly menu, huh? This is sour, so no. Unless sour doesn't necessarily mean bad. It will knock the drunkenness out of you or knock you out cold, but still it's like too strong for her, because she likes like girly stuff, so maybe this one. It seems it says sour, but it says soft, and it says that your tongue will feel velvety, so maybe that will take away the spiciness. And just one karma try. Okay, 3 aged and mixed. Fluff Dream. Let's see. This might help. Yep, it did. Thanks. Alright, so next question. What kind of girl do you like? Hold on, let me read chat. I don't know if I'm weird. I consider myself as bi before I actually realized I like guys. I just hadn't found out any I liked yet. Well, I don't know, like for the longest time I thought maybe I was a lesbian, but then after a long journey of discovering myself and looking at because I'm someone that when I have those kinds of doubts, I'm very analytic about it, and I really need to like observe the world around me, you know, and study my relationships and all of that with people. And so I went through a whole self-discovery journey, I guess, in a way. And then I realized that I only like fictional girls. Like IRL, I do not feel attracted to women at all. Which I don't know if it's weird, but it's just what I found out after, you know, analyzing, experimenting a little bit. Like, ooh, maybe I like this gal, but no. In reality, I just don't like girls IRL. I can be like, oh, she's pretty, but no, I don't feel like any sort of like attraction, be it romantic or sexual or, you know, any of the sort. Other than maybe platonic, towards women. So that's why I was like, okay, I guess we can discard that. And I've had only like 2 relationships with boys that were not necessarily the best. Like the first one ended in friendly terms, right? And it was like 10 years ago or something. And the second one didn't even last a month because I immediately started catching vibes of it starting to become a little bit toxic, so I decided to cut it off immediately. Turns out I was right. But after that, I haven't really been in the whole dating thing. It's not that and I think it's not that I don't want a relationship, it's just that it's not, I'm so focused on my stuff that I'm not really focusing on that, you know, like it's not my priority right now. But then I read fan fiction and I'm like, man, I want what they have. But it's not really like something I'm necessarily looking out for, so that's why sometimes I'm like, do I even like boys? But it's not so much that maybe I don't like them. I do know that I like boys. It's just that I have not really looked for anything, and thus have not met anyone that I'm interested in. So, yeah. For me, it is I am rarely attracted to IRL guys, though I have felt it a few times. But I can't let myself by because I am open to a relationship with a guy under the right circumstances. Yeah, I think that's fair. I'm not really pursuing right now, though. I have things more important in relationships to me, so I figure I'll just wait to meet someone I click with instead of trying to push it. Yeah, I think I'm kind of like in sort of the same position. Like, it's just something that I'm not looking for. Want to belong in that emotional connection, we just find it hard to actually get that. Yeah. Yeah, and also it really depends on what your focus is in life. Right now, for me, it's my work. So I barely get out of the house. So I don't really like meet a lot of people, you know. But even then, when I do go out there like with my friends and stuff, I'm not really like on the lookout of like, oh, maybe. So I just like I guess I just let it flow naturally if it happens. And I don't know, maybe there will come a certain age or something where I will be like, okay, I want to find someone, and then I will focus on that and probably find someone. But right now, it's just not what I'm looking for, so yeah. You first. Sorry, I don't swing that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying a girl is cute or cool, but nope, I prefer men. Now you should just calm down. I guess I like girls with light colored hair. Light colored hair. Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white, like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry, it's just that when she got here with the bucket of wings, your eyes pretty much started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy and cheerful all of a sudden. That's what I'm saying. I think we like the boss, but right now we're not like in the mindset to pursue the boys. It only matters is you want it if you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do agree with that sentiment. Yeah. Also, I think personally, that the best kind of partner probably is one that you start as friends with, because it's someone that you can already like trust and all that. And so if it just naturally evolves into not something else, then you already have like pretty solid ground, I think. But that's if you're looking for that, of course, like we said. I mean, I feel like there's a lot more reasons you would like her, wasn't? Yeah. But you know, she said, "Oh, liked her color girls," and I'm like, huh. Oh, I tapped out. Sorry. And I'm like, huh. So like Dana, huh? Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice, and she is a really nice person. I just felt like teasing you. So, light colored hair. What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too, and I start hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, and a good apartment? I would never let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you were feeling shitty the last days? What? Oh, that. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill, you've heard my problems so many times, now I want to help you. Come on, come here. Huh? I told you to sit here, come on. What? Oh, this is Jill. Okay. I was like, wait, who's this? What are you? Alright then. Now, I'm the bartender and you're the client. Hardly. The bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then, I move this here. Whoa! Huh? Now it works for you, for me, and that dog in the Hawaiian shirt. Why him? Why with him too? He's a dog in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how did you even manage to... Oh yeah, hacker, right. Now we've changed roles. You've been feeling shitty. Mind telling me why? It's a long story. I don't even know where to start. Start from the beginning. It all started when I was 5 years old. Okay then, it's something that goes back to my college years. Well, that's taking it way back. Back in compulsory education, I never made too much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Even in PE, I managed to do well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, when I got to college, shit started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Oh boy, do I know that. Burning my eyelashes studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me a lot with my studies. She even got me into stuff that gave me more credits. I really liked her, and after some time, I found out she liked me too. Ooh. We started going out. I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client. There was no such pause. Please, I want to test this whole bartending interface. A sugar rush then. You can't mess that up. Right. By name, Sugar Rush. 1, 2, 1. She needs Karmatrine, trust me. Okay, mix 2, 1. Okay. Fruity. I like fruity drinks. Here. Thanks. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. I have this gut feeling that with your body, you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know? People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You've obviously never been to a cat bar then. Oh my god, a cat bar. I want to go to a cat bar. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle when trying to move around this kind of stuff. Alma gets it. Alma gets it. Anyway, let me read chat real quick. I mean, I feel like there's some reason. Hold up. feel that there's a lot more. Can't imagine being in a relationship with someone I haven't spent time with before initiating. Like someone once told me, you only need to change things if you're unsatisfied with how things are. If you feel full fear or contempt, then why would anyone expect you to change? Key. Oh god, my voice cracked a little bit. But yeah. I think that is very good advice actually. Because a lot of people do. It mostly comes from like what they would think as ideal, but if you are feeling fine with how you are, then I don't see why. So yeah, I do agree with that. You only change things when you feel unsatisfied. If you're fine, like if you're fine and happy with your life, then why change? Yeah, I like that. So, keep telling the story. She has a cute bun though. I really like this. Well, as the career went on and on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half of it became nothing but study session after study session, investigations, my thesis. When the graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly while reading that speech, I almost had a panic attack. Fear of public speaking? I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. I tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy doing all that, so I was just standing there and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I had only gone through the motions day after day from high school to graduating. Oh, this is getting personal. I don't like it. I felt like whole years of my life had slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. But at that point, I stopped and realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It was all terrifying. It was all terrifying as hell. I needed all of my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. So, a couple of months later, I get an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenore was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then. But I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during that year and a half. What if I had a sudden realization like the one I had at the graduation, but when I turned 40? I didn't know what to do, but I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things devolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things, I said one too many things. In the end, I just stormed out of her house and I broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me all that. Why are you feeling shitty about that after all this time though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to this bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Yeah. Localized nanomachine rejection. A heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time, but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. Hey, Tyler! Chat is seeming mighty philosophical today. Yeah, this game does bring that out. Bartenders are free therapists, so a game centered around one makes sense to bring out deep topics. While I say I'm free, I'm sure there's much more inclined to speak with you after you bought a drink. I mean, it's kind of their job, right? Like, it's part of it, like, to... Like, well, depends, because there are people who do not like the, you know, small talk and all that. I for sure would not be one of those people who are, like, asking bartenders, like, oh, so, what do you do and stuff, you know? Like, I would just keep to myself, but a lot of people do like to have, like, this, you know, back and forth in conversation and stuff. It's also, like, kind of like with hair, is it hairdressers? Hold up. Google Translate. Hairdresser. Yeah, hairdressers. That also like know all the gossips and stuff, because people like to talk to them a lot. And my hairdresser knows that she will only get like a full-on conversation if my mom goes with me, like if we coordinate and go get our hair done on the same day. But if I go by myself, I'm just quiet. And if there's no one else in the place that day, it's just pure silence. So I'm not that kind of person, but it really depends on the type of person, I guess. I wish video game cafes, bars were real. They feel cozy. Well, I wouldn't trust a bar here, but a video game cafe would be nice. I think they're not a thing anymore here. I'm pretty sure they used to be. There's a maid cafe, that much I know. I've been there just once and it was nice. I personally do not like making the girls doing like the whole moe dance and stuff, but I had friends that were crazy about it and I was like, I think that's a little bit weird, but you do you, I guess. But I remember I felt very like nice there, you know. Yeah, I'm confident this is the kind of game that is best experienced with other people because they have experiences and insights I do not, and it's nice hearing about them. Like the whole boobs are a hassle thing. Yeah. And if it's true she had that for a long time, why didn't she tell me she was sick when we were together? I don't know, I just feel like all kinds of failure. Jill. And to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yes, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid, for fuck's sake. She lost her sister who pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride? Fear? A stupid effort to leave the most awesome person I loved as a thing of the past? Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly, forever. Selfish? Yeah. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect the story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes! Can you get me a big beer here? Coming right up. Big beer, big beer. What makes beer big in this thing? I know, I got you, Alma. Don't worry. 2 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 2, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mixed. There you go, a big beer for Jill. Big beer for Jill! Let's go. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of the BTC shoot liver implant is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Ooh, I want these enhancements. Even though I don't drink often, I want these enhancements. Hey Jill, what kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college, I was too thick-headed and got riled up easily. Stress was my default state. So just like you're behaving right now. Shut up, I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't, it's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there finding a way to cool me down. She was also able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All of that variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking to them is better, she would say. Lenore would always present me to many of her acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. Man, I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person, I just wanted to apologize. Now, you know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking what the hell to do with my life, I remember a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions and all that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said, if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh. Interesting. Are you okay? For somebody, I'm okay, yeah. It's just... I wanted to thank you, Alma. Thank me? I guess I just need someone to tell all of this to. And you're the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening to me. You stood there, listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know I might not be the most expressive person, and I'm not one to spout love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender and you're a client, but I really appreciate your friendship. Or at the very least, your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up, I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's just... It's weird for you to get so sappy. Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is how I'll never be able to make amends. And it hurts like fucking hell, you know? And I never, and I mean never, want to feel that way ever again. I don't want someone to suddenly exit my life and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of having burned a bridge on a whim. I want to avoid that at any cost, and if it means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. And if I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it. That's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness. Get back here. I'm on duty, you know? Fine. It's almost closing time anyways. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I mean it, you know? Thanks for everything today. Silly Jill. You listen to my problems, and I listen to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Right. I'll be leaving now. Oh, before I forget. Did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Leonor's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly. They're your parents. They live to share your problems. You should try having a talk like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out. See you on Sunday. Take care. That Elmo girl show is nice. Ah, boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk, at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did? You look happier. That's always good. Anyway, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss, about those chicken wings. Fucking Edith said spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana, we won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. Is that how they treat their regulars? I called the manager. Boss? I did not get the flawless service bonus. What is this? We need to rectify that. Oh god, I'm gonna have to do that. What is the flaw? No. Valhalla, a therapy DLC, couch co-op. So, tell me about you know what? I'm really interested. I discovered there's this vampire visual novel game that is about like a therapy. You're a vampire therapist giving vampires therapy. And I kind of want that, you know? Alcohol implants. Woohoo! Yeet. Cherry's she's a good friend. I didn't get the flawless. I did one mistake. Which mistake though? Which one? I did not. Everything seemed fine. Maybe the dog. But no, because I gave him manly stuff. I'm like thinking. Because I'm like, my flawless service bonus. Unless maybe, I don't know. Your account was charged $8,000 as payment for your electricity bill. Have a nice day. Okay, at least she doesn't want to do like impulse shopping right now. Okay, it's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me. I need to do it. I'm sorry. I'm that person. But maybe that's why you love me. Who knows? That's why you're here watching me. Hold on. Load. We're gonna have to start over. Let me try with Alma. Maybe that was the problem, because she kept giving me very, like, the others were more straightforward, but she gave me very vague stuff at one point. I know I'm ruining the moment, but screw it. Okay, no dogs inside. Ready. Wait, I think there was, I saw the other day that there's like a guide to controls. Oh, this skips dialogue. Let's go. Okay, Brantini. Control skips dialogue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1 H fixed. Have your Brantini, girl. Okay. Oh yeah, this is way better. Now last time I gave her a sunshine cloud, something like that. Had eyes on the rocks and blended. I think. But I don't remember. It is blended though. No, I did not give her this. Well, it is on the rocks and it has alcohol now, so I'll serve it to her. Okay. Or maybe, no. I remember I gave her something sweet. So let's do that. Brantini. I don't remember exactly what I gave her though. There we go. Okay. My flavor is sweet. I gave her a Moonblast. Yeah, because this one has Karmatrine and it's on the rocks and blended. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 1, 2. Something cold with alcohol on the rocks. 2, 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blended. Because I did remember it was blended. Yee. And then when she got the spicy stuff, I said that beer was not an option, but maybe that was my bad. Since that's bubbly. Because remember what I talked about, like the whole bubbly logic thingy? So maybe that. Mix. Maybe that was a problem. Have your beer. Yeah, no more spice, but I have other problems now. Oh, okay. She hacks into my system. We have our heart-to-heart. Alma instead of Jill. I just saw that. I didn't realize this the first time. Okay, Sugar Rush. 1, 2, 1. And I gave her 2 Karmatrine mixed. There we go. And then she wants a big beer if I remember correctly. Yeah, okay, beer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I got it right. Okay, and mixed. Okay, serve. Let's go. There we go. That was the issue. I don't know why she wanted beer for that, but sure. Let me open the door for my doggo and I'll be right back. I am back. Now let me read chat. I regrettably haven't got many Valhalla streams, so I wouldn't know, but does this game ever tackle the consequences of alcohol addiction? So far it hasn't, as far as I remember, because, well, I think in this game the option of having someone wasted is more like your call. Like, for example, when someone asks you for a drink that has optional karmatrine, you can, like, a karmatrine is basically like the alcohol, so you can just add however many you want, and I think the only thing that does is like change dialogues, like they tell you stories because they get immediately drunk and stuff. The only thing similar to that I could remember is this one girl that worked for a paper, that she was very miserable in that job, and she got wasted, and I think she even like fell asleep in the bar. So that, I think that's the only thing. Why wouldn't Jave just kill herself the flawless service bonus if she's the one getting paid? Oh, because this is boss paying us. So she can't give herself the flawless bonus, I guess. I don't know. But I got it. But it was not the... that her drink was wrong. It was that last time I gave Alma... not a sunshine cloud. It was something else that supposedly made your tongue velvety. For the spice, but apparently that was not the right option. So now I gave her beer because that one's bubbly, but that was the only logic I was going with, and apparently that was it. That was my mistake for some reason. So yay, even though she said that that had helped, and now the beer had made her have other problems. I don't understand how the logic of that one goes, but I got my flawless service bonus now, so I have more money after the 8,000 charge of the electricity bill. This gives her peace of mind, and now she'll focus at work. No problem. Alright. What's new? Grand Slam Fighters. This was the last news, right? Yep, okay. So this is the new one. Grand Slam Fighters. Is anyone into wrestling here? I became a huge fan of GSF very recently. It's a really solid product in my opinion, so much better than E. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave importance to the mid card. Are they still forcing 66 American Kid into the main event? Yep, he's going to face Yusuke at the Dome show. Ugh, why don't they push the Great Daiki instead? He's much more talented than 66. Because American Kid actually moves merch, unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke. Who's hyped for the women's championship? That one should be the main event, not the third we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good, just watch some of his work in Japan. Everyone tells me 66 was better in Japan, but all I see is locks and arm bars, nothing that impressive. Wrestling is fake, the thread is close. I'm amazing how I know all the words and yet I understand nothing. 8,000 for electricity is crazy, right? So is the economy we live in. Model Warrior Julianne returns this February. That looks suspiciously like Miku, but with orange hair. The classic magical girl show Model Warrior Julianne is coming back to public television this February after almost 2 decades of absence. Wow, just like in real life. Even though the show has been on every on-demand service for a while now, most of Glitch City citizens need to think twice before subscribing to any non-essential service, especially the lower classes who have a limited number of internet purchases per year. The show's return is certainly welcome. Today's parents will finally be able to share a piece of their childhood with their kids without risking dinner or breakfast. I don't understand what that meant, but sure. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. Oh god. The Health Observatory just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen to 80 and increased from the 65 cases reported last year. Nanomachine pollution was particularly strong this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they are intended for crowd protocol purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like these will become rare in the following years. I wonder if she's among those 80. There. Lillian receiving mysterious messages update. It looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. Joe Wren, the anchor from our popular TV newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. My nose. Who are you? Are you really alive? You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. Whoa. I don't like that. Okay, we read the diary, everything. Let me save. And since we don't need to necessarily buy anything, I could just check prices for stuff. These are 300. Do I really want to spend all my money on this? I know there's probably like an achievement for it, but oh guys, remember how when I started playing Papa's Freezeria some time ago, I don't remember how long it's been, I wanted to get a flawless service, like the 100%. Well, turns out I did last night, and there's no achievement for that, and I felt so unfulfilled. I felt so unfulfilled. I'll just get these since I can like buy them. Yay. I think I like that one better, but this one is kind of okay-ish. And that's all I'm gonna buy. Saturday, December 24th. Mega Christmas Eve. Good evening. Ah, hey Jill. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I gave him an errand duty. Buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of waltz are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs you invited. The dogs, you invited the city hacker, Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far? Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Ready. Time to mix rings and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, a BTC bar. Oh? Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Ha 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 ha. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right. When you see a building filled with hobos, this should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell? I'll have a drink. What about you? A Brantini, please. Right. The Lilum freaks me out. Brantini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1. Aged. Mixed. Here you go. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this whole season, Miss Bella. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Bella for the time being. And your Lilum friend is Essentia. I get it, you're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Yeek Bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one, we're in a cosplay group dedicated to it, and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Ahem. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Fluffy dream, the limb still freaks me out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna put her 1 karmatine, aged and mixed. You know, after I finished, there should be a round. I think this is what I gave this girl, like Alma last time. I think I should make a round where everyone who asks me for drinks that have optional karma time, I just get them wasted. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though, you should leave your friend outside. Should you leave your friend outside like that? He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or the 1970s? 1980s, I think. Oh shit. Boss Diddy R&B! I'm coming! You see, Diddy is a 1970s purist. He has chased people for even liking, oh my god, 1980s R&B before. He got tased! Oh god. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that will be that. Just go check on him though. Right. Thanks again for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform? I hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly though, jeans under a skirt? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh hey Dorothy. Oh hi honey. Are you okay? I just kinda wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lily just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar jet rush. Yeah, that. Right. But hasn't she told me about a drink that cheers her up? Isn't the piano woman the drink that cheers her up? I am unsure. Let's see. I know she likes sugary drinks usually. And we have Sugar Rush, Sparkle Star, Blue Fairy, Moonblast, Brantini, or Piano Woman. It's either the Blue Fairy or the Piano Woman. I guess my gut says Piano Woman, so let's go with Piano Woman. I don't know why I have like a big feeling that the Blue Fairy or whatever was also one of those drinks that she liked, but I'm not too sure about that one. She probably mentioned something about it in the past, but I don't know. Piano Woman. Here you go. This is... Didn't you say you liked having a Piano Woman whenever you felt like celebrating or were feeling down? I did? Wait, I did! You actually remember such a thing. You're so sweet. I was half expecting her to say that she meant the literal Piano Woman. Glad I was wrong. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So, did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention, it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So, from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I've brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you and Lim really understand that? Sorta. Kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So, our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole tree laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them, and you can't protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in the right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws, some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it for their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject a bit though. What's getting gloomy? Your apartment is very comfy, you know? It's a tad smell though. Sorry about that. Isn't body odor going to matter for other services too? I guess so, but because she's cuddling with the person the rest of the night, that would mean she would not get to work with other people the rest of the night, you know? Am I missing something? No, just that Dana, our boss, paid her to stay over at our house, but just like cuddle, like give us hugs and stuff. Nothing more. When we were like feeling that, like when the whole thing was still very recent. Tree laws of robotics reference? Oh. The tree laws of robotics were made for AI way more dangerous than these. I did not know that actually. That's kind of cool. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if you ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell 4. It happened once. You'd be surprised by how many golf players I will run into. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Oh god, no! Dorothy! This is gonna sound very bad. I like you more depressed. Yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A little kid that wanted to transcend. What? A movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Do you want anything else? Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like. Okay then. What would Dorothy order? Something sweet and girly. I feel like she always either orders sugar rushes or that kind of stuff, so girly drinks. Probably giving her a sugar rush would be good this time around. I guess so. It is sweet, girly, and happy, so. Alright, all mixed. Here you are. This one's pretty basic, huh? First drink ever created on this system. Still a favorite of the people up till today. Can't blame him. I still can't believe you actually remember what I said about the piano woman. It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know? I wonder for a while though, why do you keep coming back here? For you, of course. Come again? Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people is always nice. There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable. And it's just a bit away from the street I'm always at. A win-win situation. I see. It was weird to see you down though, especially since you're always so lively. Well, I wasn't down really. I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like what? Well, my mom, our guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. And as much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring. Guardian? The whole thing about someone taking care of a Lilim after they are deployed until they reach maturity, right? Yep, and I'm proud to say that I reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. They always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster. So, what's wrong with your guardian? Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter. Oh. Huh? The daughter? I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't though, or at least not consciously. At times she would just stop doing something or return a gift she's given me. If she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom. How's that? Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing a daughter, student, some helpless kid. It means I've gotten many clients looking exactly for that, but on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather have them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian then? If you do that on a daily basis, why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter. That seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. Did you try talking with her? How so? Telling her just that what you said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind to want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well, then I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You wanna come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, that is. I've done worse in alleys. Let's go. I don't wanna know. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. I do not want to know what worse things she's done in alleys. I already ran out of like pages. No. Nah, Dorothy wanted to make that joke. You're nasty. Oh. Don't call me Becky. Huh. Why is that? It is the Steam achievement that just appeared. I didn't think we would actually have a conversation. Hold up. I might talk about it on the server later. It's really interesting. Please do. And that is our friendly reminder that we have a Discord server that you can join so we can have more so you can interact with the rest of the community and myself more often outside of streaming. Come join us now. The link is in the description and all that jazz. Anyway, want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl. I always am. Innocence, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks now. Smoking seriously messes with my air filters and they're a hassle to replace. Don't mind me though. Smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So, why don't you tell me about this garden of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure. Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham? She's a retired PE teacher. Could she have been our PE teacher? Nowadays she works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit, if I do say so myself. She's had a daughter. Apparently she suffered from nanomachine... No, it can't be. I was gonna be like... Could that be our ex? But no, because our ex just died. You know? And like... Yeah, okay. She had a daughter apparently. She suffered from nanomachine rejection all of her life. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck. Oh god. What was her daughter's name? I don't know, I never asked really. Are you okay? I'm reading fear, or is that surprise? It's hard to tell. I'm fine, yeah. Wait, read? Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make do with a combination of body heat readings, face recognition, and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine? Yeah. Scared of surprise. She's not wrong though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes? Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names though. Dolores Hayes, Genesis Cream. I tried Dorothy Warrior once, but a legal team came out of nowhere and stopped me cold. So what's your legal name then? Rebecca Dorothy Willow Green. A bit of a mouthful if you ask me. So Dorothy is actually your second name. Should I call you something like Becky then? People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose it. It's useful too. People have tried to falsify stuff using my name and they always get caught. Because they use Dorothy Hayes as their name? Yep. Only my mom, our guardian, calls me Rebecca, so it's weird to hear it from others. What about Willow? Willow's my first surname actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as the last name. Shortly after I joined their household, they separated, so I was left with his family name first. Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow. Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it, if you ask me. Whatever you say, Becky. Stop it! It'd be like if I called you Julianne all of a sudden. Ugh. Whoa, that was anger I read just now. Lots of anger. I think it's weird enough already if you call me Jill instead of Honey. Weird, huh? How can you end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours? I have an uncle that's always called me Tina. He kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. Neither of us minded though, because he's calling us what he thinks we were called instead of mixing us up. That, and it's completely useless to try and correct him. But you know, maybe that effect is true for your clients too. How so? Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're you, right? But think about what happens when it's announced that a character will be played by a different actor. Sure, it's a character, but people are also going for the actor playing the character. So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of just mere roleplay? Sounds too far-fetched. Sounds plausible, actually. Okay, honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all of your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow. Bye. I need to remember to buy more cigars. Did I have the cigars in hand? I don't think so. Right? Back. Did I miss something? Unless you count the worst PPP main event fight in PPP main event fight I've seen all year. Not really, no. Alright, going out? I'll have a word with Go-Go outside. He was so hyped for that match, he must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say. Say! Good evening, Jill. How are you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. Oh god, poor woman. Ahem. How about your injuries? My bones are healing. My bones are healing nicely. My wounds finally closed. The scars itch a bit though. Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I want to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Buster? Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. Ah, I see. What can I get you? Something cold. Sure. Something cold. She usually doesn't like strong drinks, so the Dorothy stir. Sorry, I'm a little eepy. Something cold. Hold on. My mom texted me something. Because I have my thingy here open. I can like actually answer her through the computer so I don't have to like use my phone. Alright, I answered her. Now, she wants something cold. She usually likes sweet stuff. Maybe a Moonblast? It's the same thing we gave Alma and she liked it, so. Now let me open chat. There we go. There you guys are. 6112. What the rocks? Blended. I don't know why, but I'm really tired today for some reason. Moonblast. I think you like this one. Really? So sweet of you. Thanks. So, Stella isn't with you today. She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here he was all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that, can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there's a next time at all. Don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun, drink a couple of beers in our honor. I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like? They're really big, there's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Really? She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party and she most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. Do you like parties, Jill? I don't mind them, they're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend though, I just don't mind going to them. Ah, I see. I only go to parties that Stella is attending because otherwise I just stand there without anything to say. That and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know. You're not? I'm a tattoo rib, they don't look cute on me. Although with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too breezy too, I feel like I'm wearing nothing. Right! Well, depends on the dress. The women in this game get me. Depends on the dress. I have had so many issues because of my particular taste in dresses with many people, including my mom, who do not understand that I just don't like, you know, okay. Leo goes on a rant again, thanks to this game. Hold on, I tapped out accidentally. Okay. Oh yes, there we go. I do not like dresses that do not go at the very least below the knee. They have to go like the length of the skirt. Hey, say, ever consider suits? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like instead of a dress, why not a suit? But she doesn't have a good arm right now, I don't think, or maybe who knows. But anyway, I do not like dresses that are too short. They look cute on some people and stuff, and I like good for them if they like them. That's totally fine. I don't like wearing short dresses. You know, those that are like either mid thigh, like upper thigh, or just above the knee. I like wearing dresses that go below the knee, but even then, I sometimes don't feel too comfortable with it. So I put on leggings under the dress, hoping they will look good, because sometimes leggings do not really match the color of the dress or the style of the dress, especially because my leggings are just black. So, and then when you wear like flat shoes or that kind of stuff, it kind of looks a little bit weird when it's like, oh, the legging, and then it cuts off to just your foot, you know, like part of your foot is visible. I also don't like wearing sandals like those, but not like the ones you use to shower and stuff, but specifically the ones that you put on to go outside. I don't like them. I know they're comfortable in the summer. I've tried wearing them. They just don't make me feel very comfy. It kind of odd to have your you know, your toes out there just like that. And so I prefer dresses that are like full length, like skirt full length all the way down to the floor, or just slightly upper. I will tolerate dresses that are like below the knee. You can still see some leg, but at least there are other ways to like cover it, or at the very least I can still like move around a little bit more freely without the worry of like, oh, it's gonna bunch up and then people are gonna see everything down there. I don't know. And I also do not like cleavage at all. No. I had to wear one once for a graduation party because my mom insisted that was the best dress for that. I just don't like it. I don't feel comfortable showing off anything, even if it's like tasteful. I do not like it. That's why also, like, whenever I make drawings of myself and stuff for covers, you will never see cleavage. Or like, no. Or like, if at least that I remember, I don't have any covers where I wear skirts, but if I did, I would have leggings on. I think there was one actually, like the whole Suzume ones that are no longer available, but those were the character had a skirt, and thus I put a skirt on myself. I put on like leggings on the legs because I do not like showing leg. So yeah, I do not like cleavage, even if it's tasteful. I know that there are people, again, who do like it and like look very good at it. I personally do not like it. And that one time that I had to like wear that dress, I drank like 3 pints of cider so I could forget that I was feeling uncomfortable. It was not a good experience. So I've never worn that dress again, and it's just sitting there. And the one that I bought, like, because it was a sale where I had to buy the dress for that party, but they had a sale where, oh, you buy one and then we give you for free the second one, or the one that is like less expensive, right? And so the one dress that I chose, I've never been able to wear it because she always tells me that it looks like a grandma's dress, and I'm like, god damn it. But I like it a lot. I just haven't had the occasion to put it on, sadly. And then also I'm very particular about sleeves too, so it has to be like at the very least a 3/4 kind of like sleeve. I do not like straps is a word, like strap dresses. Like no shoulder, no cleavage, no legs. I like being covered. I like feeling comfortable. So I do not like those types of dresses. So and all of this to say, I agree with what Say is saying. They're too breezy. I do not like feeling breezy. It feels like you're wearing nothing underneath it, and it's kind of weird, and I don't like it. I feel very uncomfortable, and I don't understand why people don't get it. And then Valhalla, what that gives everyone suits when exactly. And so the reason why I make such a rant out of it is because I've never made my family understand that. Like, they're like, okay, they kind of like give in sometimes, but they have never understood it. I don't know why. And even when my mom tries to respect it, she always goes back into her ways and is like, but you should wear something more like that, you know, youthful, because apparently short dresses are youthful. I don't know. Like, she's the least person that would be like, oh yeah, show skin. Like, no, she's not looking for that. She just thinks that they're the type of dresses that I like make me look older. And while maybe I just don't like the other dresses. They might look pretty, but I don't feel comfortable in them. You know? The sad thing is that I don't get to wear dresses often because they tend to be more like the style of dress that I like tends to be a little more formal, so it's not like an everyday dress. Which is why I mostly wear pants. Anyway, a little bit of IRL Leo lore. But I bet you look good in the dress, Jill. It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. Exactly. Well, not too much that. I feel like my shoulders are too broad for some reason. We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own. That's hard to imagine. Oh, but she does have one. She distresses a lot about her bust size. Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although, I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes. Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. The answer might be sport bras. Those things press everything in. So, the answer might be sport bras. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those, drills? They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough, why not go through a reduction surgery? Because she also kinda likes having that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Oh my god. Buffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. She says something along those lines a lot. Still has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her? Huh. I'm making it sound like she's hiding Jacobs or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Not really. I've been more self-conscious about my height. Exactly! These women get me. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no? It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. That is, well, I accept that is your complex, say. Let me tell you, a lot of people do not mind that, and very much in fact love that. So, and if I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. You're fine, don't worry. Thank you. Can I get you anything else? Do you have something non-alcoholic? I do, give me a sec. Non-alcoholic, I think that could just be anything that has optional karmatrine. So basically a sugar rush. Even the one I gave her, it has optional karmatrine, I think. The Brantini is not optional. Piano Woman, not optional. Moonblast, not optional. Blue Fairy is optional. I just added 2 Adelaide, so maybe 4 would be okay. 4. Ah, but I added powder delta. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Aged. Actually, sweet drinks, sugar rush. I'll mix maybe this one then. I feel like it's. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I feel like it's safer-ish because if this is aged, I'm not feeling too confident. I'm just gonna give her a sugar rush and then we'll see. Here you go. Thanks. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least makes my legs go numb. It does make you feel sleepy, I understand that. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. It makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. Okay, I have never gotten to that stage, so I don't know. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. I've wondered the same thing. Usually people like feeling numb because that numbness helps them forget their problems. That also I have experience. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. That is also true. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked. Oh yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of pot are you guys throwing? Yeah, I am one of those people. I don't know why, but my head hurts a little. So maybe after this day is done, I'm gonna call it off, and we're gonna be streaming this again tomorrow anyway, so I'm just stretching. So maybe I'll be able to do it for longer-ish, question mark, I don't know. Nothing fancy, it'll just be me, boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it. Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness style I'm throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, you let me know, you hear? Sure. Hey, say. Yeah? What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check on last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with the plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. Oh, but I'm alive. I learned something after that hell in Apollo Trust. Life is not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's nice to know. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with the party. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Ah, hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink, won't ya? Alright. Something manly. The most manly thing we have is like the gut punch, so. Besides, I kinda don't like this guy a whole lot, so I'm gonna make him serve. Here you go. Yes, this will do. So, what brought you here? Nothing special, I was just working on the case and I happened to be in the area. What kind of work? Tracking someone, a gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something. I am tracking that girl. Didn't you just get out of the job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money and, well, I just couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder though, has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middleman to look for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? We're protected by the BTC property laws, the walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less about selling info to anyone. Okay then, wait. Soundproof walls? Why? Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. It'd be annoying with those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? Nope. He's some big name from Canivania? His blood apparently has some weird reaction to glitch cities, nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes the reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Uh-huh. Well, turns out the Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here and he hasn't seen her ever since. He could be lying, you know. Doubt it. I did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. I see. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? I can never pronounce that one. Cobalt velvet. Cobalt velvet. Cobalt velvet. Cobalt velvet. Adelaide Flanner Guide 235 Carmotrine on the rocks and mixed. There you go, mister. Here you are. Oh, you actually did it. Were you expecting me to mess up so that you didn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway, keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time? He told me he wanted to see her again, one last time, or at the very least deliver her a message. He could have been lying. Yes, people lie, you made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what's like not being able to find your daughter. What it's like to be a part of her... Oh, not knowing what she's doing or even if she's alright. You do? I have a daughter, she's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. I couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. Soon I was worried if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and list of contacts began to grow. I finally found her, taking cover in some dumpster, unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So, how's the search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to the her from before the bank incident though, she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening. What will you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says and I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not look like it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't stay so long in this business without picking up a couple of tricks. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, better go back to work before her trail goes cold. Please come again. Are you done? Yeah. Okay then, I want you here tomorrow at 8 PM. No working beforehand, the bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best, we're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all of our things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. I see. Well, see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on, wait a bit and I'll go with you. Oh, sure, thanks. Flawless service bonus. Let's go. I still don't have a lot of money, but I don't care. Merry Mega Christmas! Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from Dreadmons. Happy holidays! I don't know what that meant. Candyvania, Rubicon percent. Oh god, no, I do not like that timeline. No wonder everything's so expensive over it in this world. God. Anyway, I kinda just like zoned out for a little bit. Hold on, let me just unlock. We don't need to buy anything right now, so to buy water. Oh, there are new Kiramiki things. Dream person. Mega Christmas is here! I'm way too used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how Glitch City managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different, considering they have the same dates, but still pretty cool. Whoop, I gotta go, time to sign some books. Merry Mega Christmas. Alright. Was it Mega Christmas or Mega Christmas? Don't know, don't care. Let's see, what's in the shop? Cute playhouses. How much is this? 500, 550, 350. This is extremely expensive. This is also like 1500, 500, 300. Meet the staff. Is there like a game here? There are games no collector wants, but they're still nice for displaying. I want this. Like, why not? And I still have some money for something else. So... Paper lantern, meet the staff. Mulan tea. It's a little bit expensive though. Maybe next page. But for now, maybe something that's like 300. Yeah, why not? Return. Okay, let us save once more. And I'm getting hungry. There we go. Oh, it was this one. Haha. Oh well, I guess I'll save the lunch, the break there, or I don't know. I'm stretching. Oh, hold on, chat. Just. Anyway, just in time because I'm about to have lunch. I think we're gonna leave it here for today. Tomorrow I'm still gonna be streaming Valhalla, so we'll just continue straight up from here. But yeah, that was fun. I was like, my immediate response is that was fun, but then I'm like, is it fun? Like, it's not in a bad way that like, oh no, it was boring. Like, no. But more like, it was very introspective. I don't know if introspectiveness is necessarily fun for people. It is for me. I find it very interesting, but I don't know if you guys find it fun. So that was fun, question mark. Won't be there because class, but have fun, guys. Thank you. No worries. I'll see if maybe I can go for longer tomorrow, but I am not sure. Probably next week I will have a little something special for you guys because it's Holy Week break, so maybe I will give myself a break for a week. And maybe I can stream longer instead of working on channel stuff. I've also had like a pretty productive last week. This week has been a little bit weird, but I think that's just more like something to do with me not being able to sleep well lately, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with work. It's not that I've been staying up late like doing stuff. It's more that I've just been having trouble sleeping for some reason. But yeah, so probably if we don't finish it tomorrow, which we probably won't, let's be honest, there's still like quite a couple days left in this game, probably next week. But I do want to also introduce more stuff, so we'll see. And maybe then next week I'll be able to like have more time to stream. So yeah, with that, thanks so much for coming, thanks so much for being here and giving me a couple of your hours. I am having a lot of fun with this game. I hope you guys are too. And we will go for the completionist run as always when I'm done. And in the meantime though, we'll see where this leads us, because apparently this has multiple endings and I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know how to get them. So we'll figure it out in due time. So we'll be celebrating Mega Christmas tomorrow. That much I know at least. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Let me go to the ending screen and I'll be sure to pull up the waiting room soon. Whoop. I just didn't do it before because I didn't know where we were gonna like end today, so I need to figure out titles and stuff. But yeah, with that, have a nice rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you live. Happy time zone, and I will see you tomorrow. Anyway, bye bye guys, bye. That was so high pitched. I need more water, but yeah. Anyway, bye bye. Bye bye.